wow, so this devil is actually coming with blessings. Yeah. Every time he try you, every time he try to touch you, you get upgrades, you get blessings, you get abundance. So you really don't want this devil to stop. But it's like when you go through it, I understand the emotion part. And, you know, it's shocking at first because you be like, wow. But then you realize that, like, kind of sort of like that thing, like the end of the rainbow situation. It's like, oh, but look what came out of this. So it's like that. But this devil, he been really trying. Like, he been using people that's close to you. I mean, and at this point, he wants you to react. He looking for some type of reaction out of you. And it's like, when you don't give that reaction, it's like, who are you? And it's like, we already know the schemes. We already know. We know this. Like, we've been around this merry-go-round with this devil. I don't know how many times. Why would we get mad when we all knowing of what's taking place? We know you using this lady. We know you using this man. We know you using these folks. But I don't really care because I understand what you actually here for. You actually here for is to bless me. And sometimes it's just to reveal people's character. Certain folks you're not supposed to be around. Some folks it's like the end of the chapter of your life. And we gotta like understand that. You know, when we understand, oh, that's the devil's, you know, candidates. That's folks part of the devil's side. Because we could try to say that, oh, this devil using this person. But you got to understand, when the devil use you, that must mean you got something in you that he can use against this person. So don't be up here trying to give them leeway of, oh, well, this person's just being used. No, that still don't give them a pass. Because in order for the devil to use these people, they had to have something against you from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Like, they actually have to feel some type of way about you from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Like some type of hatred, some type of envy, some type of strife, some type of jealousy for them to even be used by this devil. So you gotta like kind of move around these particular people that he using against you, because that will be a problem. And Most High is using this devil to show you, like, yeah, this is this person. You might want to move around her. You might want to move around him. Because he might just be, or she might just be your downfall. So, it's just a lot. It's just a lot, there's a lot that's taking, like, place right now, but it's, like I said, we can't complain because it's like upgrades in the mix. It's upgrades, you know, it's elevation, transformation. It's just a whole little shift for the better. It's just a shift for the better. It's like, okay, well, I'm kind of happy that did happen. I'm not even going to talk down on what just took place, because maybe that was supposed to happen. Yeah. The Most High was letting us know that we got a lot of monitoring spirits that are, you know, coming, you know, like, are watching. You know, we just got a lot of weird things that's happening right now. But I feel as though, you know, the Most High is separating the wheat from the tares. There's a lot of separation that's going on. A lot of people are not going to like it either. But it's for the best. Because, you know, we in the mix. Some of you guys are in the mix of people karma right now, too. And the Most High just wants you to, like, get away. Like, move. You folks is due for their karma. You know, a lot of people is due, and they trying to stick around you so that they can prolong their karma. And it's not going to happen. So if you see folks all of a sudden they trying to get close to you, you know, hey, just to let you know that they trying to prolong their karma. Because when they next to you, you know, the Most High can't do what he actually want to do with them, because it's going to affect you. You know, because you're connected. You're there. Okay? So that's one thing that you can take, you know, with you on your everyday, you know, thinking. Like, oh, what motives, what intentions did this person got going on? Like, why all of a sudden you want to cling to me? Like, nah, you gonna take that karma. And then another thing, at this time, you got witches, you got warlocks that are trying to, swap, in the spirit, and trying to swap. What was the Most High was saying to me? Trying to swap and get your era at this time. Now, I just posted a video on my YouTube channel based off of the live that we did yesterday about your era, how your era is upgraded. The Most High has taken the veil, off your, off you spiritually. And now, these witches are trying to swap, not destinies, but trying to swap eras with you, your era. Like your glow of your era that's going to attract things to you. They're trying to swap with you. And your era could come with your beauty. It could come with your all types of things that makes up you. These witches are trying to do like, dibble dabble in them dark arts to try to, swap with you. Trying to siphon you at this time as well. So you got to keep in mind, with these witches too, because they really do think they're slick, and they're not. They're just dusty. They're just nasty, dirty. They wondering why they looking old. They wonder why they losing their hair, they losing their teeth. They losing just everything. They just, and they looking at you, and they trying to steal what you got going on, and hoping that it will work. Hoping. And a lot of these cultures, they do that. They spot out divine ones, and they try to do these things to them. They spot you out from afar, and then they go around you, like they try to go back to you, like kind of like gang stalk you to see if it's working. To see if whatever that they got, whatever that they did, what is it working on you, so they can try to gain from it. You say, I always wonder, why they always trying. Yeah, they always try to steal spiritually, because who would know? Like, who would know this knowledge? You're not taught this. Who's telling you this? You can't go to no school. You can't go in no institution, and they're gonna tell you this. That's why it's so easy for them to get away with, stealing in the spirit. It's like a big deal in the spirit, where this is where all things happen in the spirit. And if you're not grounded, and you're not knowing this wisdom, you're not protecting yourself according to what's going on, that can happen to you. It probably did happen to you many times. Because they could keep going. They could keep doing it. Keep doing it. I'm talking about people close to you. I'm talking about in the same house as you. You don't even know it. All of a sudden, you just see something pulling on you. Like you see through your legs, maybe, through your arms, maybe even through your head. You just see some pulling. Like somebody pulling on your energy, like siphoning you. It was a testimony where one brother said that he knew that his father was doing that to him, because every time, like in a certain, like throughout the weekend or whatever, he'll wake up and his leg would be this big. Like somebody's been siphoning his leg. Like his leg, he's like a skinny male. Like he's skinny. He's a skinny male, right? And he'll look, he had a dream that was happening to him, but it was happening in reality though. And when he woke up, his leg was this big. And he went in there and he exposed his father. He said, man, I had a dream that, you were siphoning, me through my leg. And his father was like, trying to curse him out, trying to downplay the situation. You crazy. And he was like, no, I know that you did that. So this stuff does happen. Yeah, you got to get away from these people, because they're going to keep using you as a source. They're going to keep using you. They want you around just to use you as that source. A lot of you ladies, that you wonder why, you having problems with your skin. You have problems probably with your hair, your nails, all these things, like your weight and all these stuff. There's a witch siphoning you. So they siphoning you to where you having problems with, your essence, because they're trying to, swap with you according to your essence. This stuff is not just randomly happening. You're a very healthy lady. You're a very healthy man. It's just a witch. They see you from afar, and they see your essence and how beautiful it is, and they're from afar trying to siphon you. trying to make that, you know, trying to steal from you so that it worked for them. These dusty, nasty, dirty witches. I'm telling you. That's why the Most High, he'll point them out to you too, so that you know. You know they're doing that. And then they want to be around you all of a sudden, trying to see, if, you know, and if they're near, they already, you know, they're near you. So they already know what's going on. It's it. This stuff we got to go through. And this stuff we got to be cautioned about. That's why you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't always be in the mix of everybody, because they looking at you and they looking at what they can steal from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how we got to look at other people's intentions on another level when we around them. You know? It's crazy. I'm talking about these witches. They don't care if you're a man. You know, the warlocks don't care if you're a woman. If they feel like you got something, they will try to swap and steal from you. It don't matter what gender. It don't matter. It don't matter the gender. It don't matter. It really don't matter. All they see you is your beautiful essence and what can help them. What can help them hide, you know, their nasty, defiled era and energy by siphoning yours. And it's sick. It's very sick. You know, we got to do that extra covering over us, because this stuff does happen. It might have been happening all your life too. You know, you might like, hey, it's a problem after problem after problem. Why is it always a problem? It's because you got these folks, you got these witches around you, and they doing that to you. They're warlocks. They're constantly doing that. And if you look at them, it's like, it ain't really getting you nowhere, because you still, you know, you still look. I mean, it's like, what did you gain from that? Because you don't look like any upgrade. Like, that didn't do you no justice. I don't know, maybe it backfired on you. I don't know, because it doesn't, you don't look any different. You don't, nothing to me. I don't know, in my eyes. I don't know. But maybe they can manipulate other people based off of what they stole from you. I don't know. I really don't know how that goes. But they literally will use you as a source. Oh yeah, it definitely will rise. You'll feel like, you know, like a weight has been lifted off of you. That's why a lot of divine ones, they don't go back. Right when they leave, they don't care whatever situation they in. They never go back, because it's a complete difference. Oh, thank you. Oh shit, I'm just now realizing it's been my whole life. I get, yeah. Yep. Yeah. It don't feel right knowing that you just been a source for these people. You know what I'm saying? It would never feel right to you, knowing that you literally just been a source for all these energy vampires, all these witches. They just been, you know, siphoning you this whole time. You just been like this harvest machine for all these people. They just come in one by one, back to back, back to back. That's all you was around. And then it's like, if you was to try to leave, you know, you got to do, like, you got to really on some get out type of stuff, because they will make it hard. They'll try to, do some dark arts to where you stuck. You know, they'll make it where nothing is working for you to leave, because they really need that source that they've been feeding off of. So they'll try to make it very, very hard for you to leave. Like, all of a sudden you be like, oh, this happened and that happened and that happened. You got to fight. You got to be like, man, I don't care. If there's a will, there's a way. I know I'm getting up out of here. Yeah, you divine ones, your mother will always be like the number one witch. And if you are divine, male out there, and if your father is far or near, he's the number one warlock of, your whole detriment. It starts with the first witch you're going to see is probably your mother. And the first warlock you're going to see is your father. Hands down. If you're a divine one, that's the whole dynamic. The first witch that you're going to open, you're going to be like, oh, dang, that's my first witch. Right there. Oh, that's my first warlock. My father. Yeah, if you're a divine one, that's what it is. Hands down. They're gonna be battling you your whole life. Your whole life. Your whole entire life. You just gotta literally just be like, okay, I already know that this dynamic is what it is. You gotta just come, and it's hard to come to the knowledge of that truth though, because it's like, what type of dynamic is that? Like, I'm thinking I gotta, worry about the farness of it, but it's really not. It's really like what you seeing in your first circle that you were birthed in. You will see the dynamic, and it's sad because it's like, you will keep this thing, the thing will keep going because you're not at the realization of, you're like, nah, this can't be. Nah. Yeah, if you're a divine one, that is not your actual, like far as, how like Christ was when he had to find his family. That's kind of like us. When we're divine ones, we're never birthed in our actual family. Like, I know, you guys know that just by reading. Just by understanding, divine one's life. I'm talking about from decades ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to actually go out and find our tribe. You know how Christ was? He went and started finding Peter, Mark, Luke, John, Matthew, Daniel. He had to find these people. Mary Magdalene. He had to go find them. It was never just there. Like, it was never just, okay, this is my family. No. No, these were the ones that were gonna like never understand you. Probably a bunch of witches, warlocks, a bunch of traitors, backstabbers. Folks that kind of like Matilda. You know how like remember how Matilda was. It's like one of them things. It's kind of like, who are these people? Like, why am I totally different? It's like that. Every divine one, you live in that, and it's like you gotta go. Or you're gonna get like really taken over, because they come in like ready to take advantage. They're not gonna treat you right. They're not gonna see you as what you are, and they're just gonna it's like a provoking, and it's like it's only so much that you can take before you really start like like a ticking time bomb. It's like, okay, I was kind of patient with you, I was, but now I see that patience don't get me nowhere with y'all. And some specific people. Because I'm telling you, the so-called handlers that think that they can handle you. I'm talking about when you grown, they don't even see you as being grown. It's like, do you not know I'm a grown woman? You not know I'm a grown man? Like, they'll put themselves in harm's way, trying to handle you. Trying to be your handler. These witches I'm talking about. It's like, oh, I just gotta really just cut you loose. Like, this is enough of this. Or else I'm gonna end up doing something that I might regret. And I ain't gonna risk it all for no witch. That's not gonna happen. When I can just leave and just cut you clean up out of my existence. I'm not about to risk it all for no witch. You're out of here. Period. You said, wow. You said I was attacked by Roswell. Yeah. You divine ones, this is what, you got a different life as everybody else. It's just something, you can even watch these movies of these divine beings. You will understand that we all live in the same life. It may be different according to experience of what different people that you experience, but it's the same thing. Same thing. And then we got to understand that it's a certain people that you need to be around that's like you. And they're out here. You just got to get out of your comfort zone. Leave these people that, that's really using you as a source of siphoning. Because that's what's happening. That's why stuff don't ever go right. Every time you're around this particular people in, these areas where it's like low vibrational, just a bunch of energy vampires, nothing go right with you. Nothing will ever go right with you around that. You know, you'll be trying to get ahead and then you'll get pulled right on back, or something explosive, like something major just happened out of the blue. And it's like, when, you know, we got to now come to the knowledge of, this ain't it right here. I got to go. I got to go. This is not it. Can't do nothing here. Yeah. And then sometimes you got to keep moving around. You can't just settle and be like, oh, just because I leave here, this is what it's at. No, you got to keep moving to find your ish. You know, we're not here to be, you know, we're not here to be like, thinking like, that one move, that's it. No, it might be 10 moves. It might be just 5. It might be just 3. It all depends on where you find, you know, where you're supposed to be at. Remember, read Christ, his story. This man moved. He moved from left to right, and he actually brought his people with them. He was like, man, I'm trying to go with you. I don't want to stay here with these folks either. I've been going through hell, you know, because once you meet your people, they want to go with you too. They like, man, nah, where you going? I'm going with you. I'm not about to stay here either. I've been trying to get out. Where are you moving? Because we can go create a community. Why do you think Christ, his disciples was rolling with him? Peter had left, man. Peter had left on sight. He left that job on sight. He was like, man, nah, I'm going with you. I'm going with you. The hell with this. I'm leaving. Ben left. Ben wanted to. Yeah, especially divine ones. We've been tired of this. We've been tired of this. Like, we've been done. It's just, we thought that, I don't know, in our head, it was like awakening that we had to awaken to, because we really was stuck. Like, we really was stuck in this cage where we weren't supposed to be at. It was awakening that we had to realize that, whoa, I'm somewhere where I was put in for somebody else's gain. Because you're not gaining nothing here. And then they trying to manipulate you and try to put fear in you and try to make it seem as though you doing good and this is what. No, no, this is not good. Nothing about this is good. It may be good for y'all because y'all found a plug. You know, when these demons and these witches and warlocks, when they find a divine one, that's jackpot. That's jack, but then they go calling everybody else, key, and then key. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up there like lost, like, what's going on? You don't know what's going on. And it's messed up. Because without knowledge, the Bible talks about we destroyed for lack of knowledge. Like, we don't understand, we don't wake up to the knowledge of the truth. Man, I don't know. I don't know what could have happened. We probably could have went to jail. Because we probably would have snapped. Because there's only so much a person can take. You know? Eventually, you're going to wake up to it. And, you know, if you don't wake up to it in time, you can probably get snapped and start doing some stuff that is going to probably cost you. Because you just can't believe that you've been betrayed on that level. And it was for so long of a time. This is what happens to a lot of divine ones. When you see them in jail, in prison and stuff, this was the reason. They didn't wake up in time and they snapped. Yeah, and it's like you're not even homeless. You actually have a home. As you can see, everything that you got in your RV, that's what people have in their home. It's just you're not stuck. You actually have something that's luxury that you can just take it and go wherever you want to go. They hating. You're a hater. If you hating on somebody that living the same, dang near living the same way you living, it's just they got like more over you because they can go ahead and do what they want and they can still have that. Who wouldn't want to live like that? Like, are you mad? Yeah, well, you stuck. You stuck there in the, there. It was probably somewhere you don't even want to go. And you're paying all that money. You're paying like dang near $2,000 plus more a month where you don't even hardly be there because you stuck at work. You mad. You mad. That's somebody who's mad. Because you bossed up and you smartened up, where you get to live your life the way you want it. They're mad. Who wouldn't want to live, keep all their money, and live how they want to live? Yeah, they're mad. People be so mad. But some of them be like, man, I kind of want to do that too. You could. You need to awaken to what jail cell you're in. Just because you're not in jail, you're still in a cell out here. By you constantly stuck in that routine of a system. Come on now, they have a jail system as well. That's that same system they're utilizing out here. Mom, sir, if you didn't know, wake up. That's the whole awakening thing is. You still stuck. When you wake up, you know what time it is. Ring, ring. When that ringer go off, that alarm go off, you not know what you got to do? Go clock in. And then give all your money away. When you do get a check, give it all away. But what you gonna have, 20 bucks left? After you pay all that? They ain't even paying people, too much. So all your check is going to the bills, right? That you can't even enjoy. Because you at work. So how you supposed to even enjoy what you supposedly stay in, that box? When you in jail, Monday through Fridays, probably even the weekends. Who want to live like that? That's why we came to the knowledge of our awakening, and that's why we did what we did. And that's on another level. Now the other level, it says catalyst. That's crazy. That's yeah, that's definitely a message. Confirmation. They were definitely your catalyst. Yup. They pushed your awakening. They helped you awaken. A lot of people ain't even awakened to what they actually in. They think they one up in people. Not knowing that you not know this lady free. Do you not know that you a slave? People be so quick to downplay these people out here that are free. Like you not a slave. Do you not know that I can go ahead and do what I want to do any second? Do you not know that you can't, and you have fear that what will happen to you if you don't? Read on slaves. It's movies about it, and there's books about it. I mean, there's documentaries about it of a slave mentality. That's what you have. You have not waken you up yet to what's taking place with you. But they want to talk to you. If you don't get out of my face, it's taking me back in with Harriet Tubman and them guys. And they were trying to talk her down like, we have it good here. We eat. We got clothes on our back. All we got to do is just do what they say. This is what it's taking me back to. And it's all around us. And we like, man, I just got to go. Okay, you can't save everybody. Okay, everybody don't got an ear to hear. That's just what it comes down to. It's like, man, I don't give a dang about that. I want to be free. Do you not get the memo that we were born to be free? We ain't born to be no dang slave and have to listen to somebody trying to be a handler. We grown woman, grown man. Are you crazy? I'm not allowing nobody to be my handler as me being a grown woman. Are you okay? But that's that mentality that they still in captivity. They still like holding them captive. And they really think they doing something good. Like they really think they in a good terms. It's like you far gone. You're not even there just a little bit. You don't even see what's going on. So, like I say, this is the reason why the Most High say, how he moves us. Because it's so many people that is just in captivity, and they want you to be in captivity with them. And it's like, no, I'm not. I would never be a candidate for that, ever. Would never do that. That's why I don't do well in groups, with, like, if you're a divine one, you don't do well with, being in groups, because they so in fear, and they see you going freely in what you do, and they're like, oh, I wish I can do that. You can. I don't care if I'm 10 minutes late. I have to use the bathroom. Oh no, I have to just hold it because I'm going to be late. This is your problem. And then they look at us and be like, we just go about it. If they want to say something to us, they want to say something to us, but we're going to go freely on what we have to get done according to us. I don't care if it's on the job. I don't care where we at. We ain't raising no hand. We ain't asking for any validation, any, any okays, approvals. We don't do none of that until they maybe, want to kick us off because they can't be our handler. They can't handle us the way they want to. Then they want to get rid of us. But I'm not a candidate for that. That's the thing. That's why we had to move around, because just not a candidate for that. You said, do you think things would change after being... I don't know. I don't know what system, how they do their system. I don't think, if they're running it, I don't really think they're willing to change anything. I believe they love, these are like parasites. They have to have slaves. This is how they stay alive. But I know the system, with how they run their system, it's all about harvesting. It's all about harvesting energy. Remember, when they had slaves, they was harvesting their energy. So I don't think they would change, because these are parasites. These ain't actual, this is not actual, like, humans, like, reptilians and stuff. They need energy. They need slaves. They need bodies to siphon. They need them, the energy. They need people to come so they can, yeah. That's why we can't be in that. Because as once you leave that place, you gain all your energy back. When you in those institutions, you're drained, you're tired, you're sick. You feeling nauseated. You feel like you want to vomit. You feel all these sickly feelings. But right when you separate from it, why do you feel good again? Why do you feel like you alive again? That's something to think about. Like, was that just work, or was was that something else? Because that don't seem like it would just work. So, that's something to think about. That's why I said, count me out. I was already rebelling, and they was already on my head. I was rebelling. They was on my head. They was like, we might gotta watch her, because she ain't looking like something that's going to mold her in this thing. No, you can't mold me in nothing, man. This is crazy. You might want to just, hey, this is the one that got away. This is the one that ran under the railroads. This is it. Cause I ain't doing that. That's crazy. And then they got these people around you trying to conform. Yeah, trying to conform you though. Ain't nobody getting into formation with this. This is crazy. And then they want to point the finger at you when you out here. Like, look at her, look at him. Look at you. We pointing at y'all like you still slaving. You still slaving. It's 2026 and you still up there slaving. We pointing at you. I'm out. I'm free. Hello? You got the audacity to point at me? Like, you crazy, you is creepy. This is what messed up they is. They feel like they over you. It's like we looking in at y'all like you still ain't got away. You still doing that. They keep talking about you, calling people. Yeah, you know what happened. So y'all still up there slaving. Like getting just looking crazy, losing y'all hair, ain't got no teeth, going to hospitals, going to the pharmacies, trying to figure out what's going on with you. You still doing that? You still trying to figure out why? Like your system breaking down? You feel like you keep going to the doctors, they can't tell you what's going on because stuff has happened spiritually that you still ain't woke up to? They kikiing, but they got the nerve to point fingers at you and kiki at you. And you looking all good, just sitting up there, just sitting and getting sunbathing, trying to figure out what you want to do according to your own freedom. Where you trying to head to, what you trying to do according to you. They locked up somewhere. They locked up cooking. If they ain't baking in one cell, they baking in the other cell. You up here like, hey, you listening to music, you dang there party. I don't know what you doing. You probably meditating, party, whatever you want to do. The word is your prerogative. This is how we supposed to be living. Do I gotta be an example for you? Do I gotta be an example? Because I don't mind being an example. To show you how you supposed to be living. You a grown man. You a grown woman. Up here talking about boss. Hey, boss. You said we doing this. You gave me a list of what I need to do, boss. Like, what the? Are you okay? And they talking to you all. And then it's like, you expecting a boss and they talking to you all crazy. It looked like you tried to take a week off. You can't take a week off today. This week, you can't. This month, you can't do that. But I had, done a lot of things around here. That's just the way it go. You did all that kissing, and you still got treated like a donkey, They don't give a dang. They don't look at you like that. They look at you like a slave. Every time you go into those institutions, they don't care how much you kiss their butt. They still gonna look at you like a slave. They not gonna care for you. They not. They like, I got a slave. That's it. They don't care. They don't care what you do for them. They don't care how much you put in. Like you about to get kudo points. They don't care. They look at you as a number. A number. You got a number, that's it. It cracked me up that people be thinking like they gonna get kudo points. Like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, sign me up. I'll come in for you. I do that. And then they don't care. It's like that erased their mind. They don't care what you put in. They like, and then you go ask for a favor. They look at you crazy like, no. Get back to work. Get back to work, slave. We got this going on. Did you get your paper today? That's why I cannot be a candidate, bro. Cannot be a candidate for that. You got to be out your mind. No way. I know a lot of you divine ones. Some of you guys want to just get, going there for a month because y'all bored. But then once y'all go in there, you go right back out. I quit. I don't know what I was thinking. I probably was bored. Right back out. Goodbye. I don't know. I lost my mind. I'm sorry. Something's going on with me that day. But count me out. Cross me out. I gotta go ahead and do my service according to my way. Okay, and what the people need. I'll figure out what the people need, and that's how I'm gonna get my compensation. Okay, but it's not this. Y'all can just X this out. This is crazy. I don't even know how this even got so far. This is 2026. I don't even know how the system even made it to 2026. This is crazy. Like, how the freak did the system made it this far? Without everybody just going crazy, but it was only God, it was only the Most High people had really went and kind of crashed the system a little bit. Like, I think because we were the awakening ones, so I believe we were the ones that was just like we woke up and we was like, we raised hell. You know, we still raising hell. Because they still trying to conform us. It's like, what do you not get? We fully awakened. We're awakened to everything. Do you not understand that you dealing with somebody that's fully awakened to everything that's taking place? This is a joke. This is like same back in biblical days of slavery. No difference. It's just a mind thing. They wanted to attack your mind. You know, at least the ancestors, they still had their mind. They knew what was going on physically, but they still had their mind. Folks ain't got their mind. Folks is gone up here. Folks is literally just, they can't see it. They can't see nothing. They just fully in captivity. We bring all this awareness, and folks they still like, they dead. Spiritually dead. Like, dang, you ain't woke up yet? You don't know what they doing to you yet? You need to calm down. You just need to chill. You just need to, it's like, these people are still in captivity. But I think it's, yeah, the nano, yeah, definitely. They using all type of stuff on these people though, but I believe like the ones that were supposed to wake up are going to be the ones that's supposed to wake up. Everybody's not going to wake up, and I have to come to the knowledge of that too though, because some people I be wanting to wake up, and they not. They not. They're like, dang, I thought that. No, that person probably not going to. You know, they're gonna be pruned to, you know, the system. But you guys, I'm gonna go over here and see what this man got to say about, you know, my hood. We'll start talking probably later. You know, I'll probably come back later because it is early, so I might come back later. I do need to get an estimate of this so that I can send it off to the people. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a beautiful and wonderful day. Okay.